head cut off. Hey, kings and queens. Hey, oh. Hey, kings and queens. Hey, kings and queens. Hey, kings and queens. Saundra Fenwick here, mortgage consultant. I am attempting to look at all this stuff in the background. I like it. But what has to be done has to be done. Now, I am live on 3 different platforms. Hold on, let me fix my other computer. Woo! Don't vote. Boom. That's what I need is a little lift. Don't pay attention to all my junk over there. I'm live, mama. So I'm live. Hey, kings and queens. Thank you guys for coming in and joining me. And now I'm having my tea. What's in my tea, you may ask? I got that little citrus ginger tea thing from Costco, where it has the lemons and limes and ginger, and it has honey in it already. It's so good. And then I also put some of my lemon balms in it, and I put some of the lighting is terrible. I put that's better. I put some elderberries in it and some fenugreek. Oh. All about gut health and strengthening my immune system today and every day. So I don't have but about 15 minutes to do these lives. So I'm live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. So I wanted to come on and talk about the real estate market and why you should join. I am currently the one and only, recruiting director here at Mortgage Experts. And we are hiring. We are hiring for loan officers, whether you're experienced or whether you are not. We are still hiring for loan officers. What does that mean? Everybody sees the state of our country right now. You might be thinking, why would I join real estate right now? Here's my answer to that. Because it's the perfect time. Because what goes up must come down. If you are experienced or follow the real estate market in the least, you know that there are markets like this all the time. Remember, we had the housing crash back in 2008? And then we had the pandemic back in 2020, 2019. And then now we have government shutdown. So real estate, and we had the rising interest rates. So as I said before, the interest rates went down so much in COVID, and people were able to get 2.993% interest rates because of the economy, and they wanted to stimulate the economy. That was not normal. So if you want a 3% interest rate, don't look for that anytime soon because that's not normal. However, the interest rates started going back up to stimulate the economy. We know the interest rates are a mixture of a whole bunch of things. What the interest rate is going to be is a mixture of a whole bunch of things. I'm not going to get into those things right now because I didn't get on here to talk about interest rate. I got on here to talk about why you should join Mortgage Experts and why you should become a lender at this time. So our job is not easy. It's mostly sales, but it also is, in order to get a license here, you have to learn how to legally do the job. You have to learn how to follow the laws, the rules. You got RESPA, you got TILA, you got the Graham Leach and Bliley Act. You have all of these laws after the crash, after the market crash. You have to learn all of these laws. You have to learn about the do not call registry, when you can call people, how you can call people, how you can solicit business. You have to learn how to market your business. All of that stuff, you have to learn how to legally do the business. That's why you have to get the license. So getting a license is not as hard as you think it is, right? You just have to study, you have to learn those laws, and you have to pass the test. Once you pass the test, then you have to learn how to do your actual job. The license just tells you how to legally do the job. Then you have to learn how to actually do the job. If you don't have any experience, that's fine. I came in 2016 with no experience at all. I had to learn it all from scratch. I learned as I go. No two loans are the same. No two people, no two clients are the same. It's always a different situation and scenario. So you're learning the basics at the beginning, but you're actually learning how to properly do your job by experience. So I'm saying all that to say that if you're really, really busy, if you try to get in when this business start booming, because it will start booming again. It definitely will start booming again. We have our moments where the market is down and it slows down. And then once those interest rates drop or once a new program drops, then it gets really, really busy. And then we're all busy. We're all closing loan. We're all making a whole lot of money. Right now, we're in transition to that, right? It's not completely slow where you won't make any money at all. However, it's not booming where you're going to make a ton of money until you get acclimated to the system. So that's why it's a good time to join right now. There is a lot to learn, there is a lot to know. So if you get in now, you do your studying, you pass your test, you get your license, then you'll be able to take the time out while it's slower and learn how to do your job properly. Learn how to master it. That's why it's a great time to get your license now. You don't want to say, oh, I'm going to wait till things pick up and then I'm going to join. That's not a good idea. It's a good idea to join anytime. Let me scratch that. However, it's a better idea to join now where you have time to actually sit still and learn it. You're going to get your license. So what that entails is you have to take a 20-hour SAFE course. And SAFE stands for something I'm running blank right now, but it's a federal test. It's the federal test that you have to pass to learn all of the federal laws. And then you also have to take a certain amount of hours for your state. Mortgage Experts is licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So you can choose to get licensed in one of those states or all three. So if you do get licensed in all three of those states, then DC and Maryland requires extra hours, Virginia do not. So you're going to register for your class. Once you register for your class, then you have to take the assessment test. I recommend you do some test prep before you take that test. Rule of thumb, you get a practice test after you do your test prep. And if you pass that test, that practice test 3 times in a row, you're ready to take that test. If you take those practice tests and you don't pass those that practice test 3 times in a row, you are not going to pass the regular test. Take it from the body. I failed my test the first time. I ain't ashamed to say it because I was not properly prepared. And I did not pass the practice test 3 times in a row. So that's just a little game for me. That's why I'm in this position as the recruiting director, because I know what it takes. You know, I've tried all of it and I've failed at all of it and I've mastered all of it. So now to get your license. And then once you get your license, you are ready to legally do business. You're going to attach your license to Mortgage Experts as your broker. And then you are going to start your training. We have a new loan officer training that we will send you to. And then you'll also do some in-house training. Now, once we all get busy and have 5, 10, 15 loans under our belt, it's going to be a little bit harder for us to get in and actually train you because we're also doing business as licensed loan officers as well. So that's why now is the perfect time. You have the extra money to pay for your classes. Everything is going to cost you probably around $500 to $600. That's a minimum investment to be able to have unlimited earning potential. There are no caps in how much money you can make in this business. You can make as much money as you can stand. You can make as much money as you can stand. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm saying that literally. You can make as much money as you can stand as long as you are working to get it. This money doesn't come easy. You have to market. You have to build relationships. You have to make connections. You need to network. You need to use your sphere of influence. What's a sphere of influence? Everybody you know, everybody in your phone is a potential client. Everybody needs a place to live. Everybody needs a home. So they are a potential client. So you have to be real and you have to be persistent on how much marketing you do to be able to get your business. Follow up on your leads. Follow up with your sphere of influence. Follow up with your business partners. Those partners can be your real estate agents, your title companies, divorce attorneys, insurance agents, home inspectors. You need to build relationships with all of those types of people because they become referral partners. You refer business to them, they refer business to you. So now is the opportune time to be able to get into this business and start building all of that. Because when the boom comes, it's going to be hard for you to take on all of your clients and your loans and all of that and build at the same time. You're only one person. You can build a team. However, that's why now is the right time to get into this business if you're brand new to the business. If you're already a licensed loan officer and you're looking for a team environment, let me tell you what I like about Mortgage Experts. It's owned by Steve and Marcus. Steve Twyman and Marcus Elegant. They have collectively over 25 years of experience in this business. Our brokerage has been open. We just celebrated our 11th anniversary. I have been there for 8. This is the only brokerage I've ever worked for, and I believe as long as I'm licensed, this will be the only brokerage that I will work for. That's how much I love this company. They're very supportive in your goals and in your dreams and aspirations. We have monthly sales meetings. We have monthly sales calls. We have their cell phone numbers, their personal cell phone numbers. So we can call them anytime we have a question and they are willing to answer. If they don't answer, they will call you right back. They value their loan officers and they value our growth because, of course, as we grow, they grow. So it only makes sense to nurture your loan officers. You have me, who is a senior loan officer, and then you have our support staff. We have an amazing office manager, and we have an amazing loan coordinator on our team. If you need a loan coordinator, you are not required to hire her, but I suggest that everybody hires her as your loan coordinator because she just makes your job much easier. You don't need to be inundated with paperwork when you can have your loan coordinator do that. It's worth every dime that you're going to pay her to do that job because your job is to go out and get the business and to structure these loans. Okay? So it is advantageous for you to hire a loan coordinator. This particular loan coordinator. I don't know too many other ones, but I know this one and she is amazing. So we offer that service here at Mortgage Experts. We also have a financial service division where we focus on overall financial health. That's another stream of income that you can get into, and we can show you how to get into that. However, we want you to focus on building your business first, get your license, build your book of business, and then you can move on to other ventures to make more money. Get that? Make more money. We're in this to start building our own thing. Being a loan officer, you are your own business. You are your own brand. So everything that you post, everywhere that you go, everyone that you talk to, everyone that you encounter should know that you are a mortgage lender, right? So you won't miss out on any leads. Everybody is a client. Everybody needs somewhere to stay. Everybody should be buying a house. Not everybody will. Not everybody is your client either. But everybody should know what you do. As long as everybody that you encounter, hey Selena, as long as everybody that you encounter knows what you do, then you are going to grow in this business, get your name out there, that people know that you are the professional, and then your business will start to go. But that's why now is a good time to start out. Now is a good time to get started. Now is the good time. I put too much honey in my tea. It's too sweet. So, you guys have any questions for me on any of these platforms? All right, let me recap because I got to get out of here in 5 minutes. First step, call me 301-965-1155. Second step, I'll give you all the information on how to get licensed. You are going to take the 20-hour SAFE course, and you're also going to take the additional hours for the state that you want to be licensed in. We are licensed here in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. If you want to get licensed in other states, we do have sister companies that we can refer you to get your license. So don't worry about that. The license is required to do any type of residential loan. So if you are trying to help someone buy a house that they are going to live in, you need to be licensed in that state. Again, that test is going to tell you everything you need to know. You can't discriminate against anyone. You can't use illegal funds to buy a house. So money laundering. What do you call that? Drawing the blank. You can't use money laundering money. You can't falsify documents. You can't lie. You can't have straw buyers. You can't. All of those things you're going to learn when you're taking that class. Once you finish that class, then you're going to do your test prep, and then you're going to take your test. Once you pass that test, you are going to apply for your license in whatever state you decide to get licensed in. You're going to go through a federal background check. You're going to go through a credit check. You're going to do your fingerprints. That's what the federal background check is. And then you're going to be granted a license. What type of things are they looking for in your federal background check? They're looking for any felonies in the last 7 years and what type of felony it is. If you had a felony in the last 2 years, you may not be qualified. And I say may not because there's certain types of felonies that will disqualify you. If you ever had any felonies that had to do with any type of financial crimes, you cannot get a license to do this. If you ever frauded someone out some money, if you ever stole someone's identity, anything like that, you can't get a license, unfortunately. Any other felonies, they may be able to work with, but there is a time frame. I believe it's 2 years. You can't have any felonies in the last 2 years. So let's look into it. There are exceptions to every rule. We're dealing with the federal government here. And, the person that runs our company have a gang of felonies. Still the president. So don't let that deter you. I get that question a lot from a lot of people who say, well, I have felonies or I have convictions. It depends on what type of conviction you have. Don't let that stop you. Give me a call. You have specific questions. I can answer those questions for you. That's my job here at Mortgage Experts. So I'm going to get off of here now, but you guys have my number. I'm going to give it to you again, 301-965-1155. If you have questions about becoming a loan officer, now is the perfect time because it's not as busy. We are coming to a real estate boom. Business is about to pick up because the interest rates are steadily falling. This current administration likes to reward people for doing things like owning real estate, having successful businesses. You get tax breaks being a successful investor. All of those things, you get tax breaks, you get all of that type of stuff when you're doing those types of things. So they are working to push that type of thing. When you become a mortgage lender, you become your own business. You are your own brand. Your 1099 is 100% commission. You make how much ever you can stand. You just got to work for it. And I don't say that lightly. You got to work for it, but it's unlimited earning potential. There are no limits on how much money you can make. You can make how much money you can make. And I don't say that loosely. If you work for it, you get those leads, you follow up on your leads, you build your relationships, you bring those loans in, you work them properly, you're an asset to your community. Come into it with a heart of, I want to be an asset to my community. I want to help families realize the dream of home ownership. I want to be a part of this movement, right? And then once you go in and do the proper things you need to do to be able to legally do this business, then you in there. You can earn as much as you can earn. All right, guys, I'm out. Give me a call if you have any questions. 301-965-1155. You can DM me on any of these platforms. Please please share this with anyone that you know that may need it. And if y'all need me, I'm here. Now how you do that? Bye. Have a blessed day, y'all. I see y'all soon.